Well, hello everybody. I'm here in Paynton in Devon, and I'm here with Jeanne Elizabeth, who many of you will know is the wonderful watercolour illustrator for my new book, Fossils and the Flood, which I have here. And I've been dying to get down to visit Jeanne. I haven't seen her for a few years since we worked together,
That's right.
on this project.
For a solid year.
That's right. It was for a whole year, and I've been really keen to get down to see Jeanne, bring her some extra copies of the book, and also just to have a chat with her, to catch up with her, and also just to reminisce about the work that we did together on the book. Jeanne, tell people what you can remember about how we first got together to work on the book, because I think you showed me some artwork, isn't that right? First of all,
Or when you were looking for an illustrator and you picked on me for some amazing reason, we were in the aisle of the church and you just said, "I want you to illustrate my book." And I said, "Well, you haven't seen my stuff. You don't know what it's like," because there are artists and artists. Well, then I did send you an email about, could you give me any guidance about contacting publishers to produce my work through other areas,
yeah,
And we never did talk about that. You're determined to get this thing done. And I just couldn't believe I was being asked. You're not the first author I've met that's met me and said, "I want you to illustrate for me." But it's still such a tremendous blessing. I really feel the hand of God in it.
yeah.
Because I just pray about, "Lord, show me what to do with the gifts you've given me." And I've been doing so much of this sort of work, illustrating the Bible, well, since I was 20. And
Yeah.
that was a year or three ago.
Yeah. Well, I remember coming round your house when you were living just round the corner from us,
That's right.
and you showed us the artwork that you'd done, the watercolours, and I was just sort of bowled
With
over.
Graham from Evangelical Press.
Well, first of all, of course, it was with Debbie. It was with my wife, and we came round and you showed us your artwork, and I was just bowled over by it.
That's right, yeah.
And so I thought, this is definitely somebody, who I could work with on this book project that I had in the back of my mind. And Jeanne, what do you remember about the whole process of working on the book? Because it was a good working relationship, I think, that we had.
We had.
How did you see it from your perspective?
I was just so honoured. I couldn't quite get over that. I mean, it was a great privilege to draw from the Bible, which I've been doing since I was a Sunday school teacher, and there didn't seem to be enough visual aids to teach, so I made my own. So it started in just a personal decision, and here we are meeting somebody who believes the Bible, and I love it with all my heart, and did then, and it just grows on you, doesn't it? And here you want me to work with your attitude to the scriptures. I thought, what a combination. That's just my heart's desire.
Yeah.
And it still is. I'm not finished yet.
And it was it was quite a difficult task for you to kind of take this project on, because it was not like anything you'd done before, because you were having to work with these tricky scientists who wanted to sort of get everything, all the details right. And so there was lots of interaction, wasn't there? Lots of toing and froing between you as the artist and
well,
me as the
I
author.
thought I was too ignorant on science to be able to understand. I really did. I was chucked out of science when I was about 14. Us girls all liked Mr. McGregor, the science master, and he said, "Jeanne, you're no good at it. You have to leave the course." So I couldn't take it for the exams when I was 16.
Yeah.
So I was a science reject, and I thought, wouldn't it be lovely if I could meet him and say, no, look what I've done.
And you did an absolutely fabulous job. I mean, you really brought the illustrations to life, and I love your use of colour.
Yeah.
They're vibrant.
I could be
lively.
myself.
Yeah, and you put
Yes.
a great deal of yourself, I think, into the book,
Yeah.
and it really shows. And I know that while adults and teenagers be able to appreciate the text, I think even younger children are just going to absolutely love the
Yes,
illustrations in the
yes.
book.
Yes, I think
How
it's
do you?
wonderful.
What are your hopes for and prayers for the book? How do you see it being
That this
used?
will make a difference in lots of people's lives who don't really respect the Bible, don't respect the truth in it, and how much in our uncertain world we need stability somewhere in our lives and in our hearts and our souls. We can get that through God in the scriptures.
Yeah,
And there's so much in there. My children were spoon-fed on it,
yeah,
and so that they were brought up that way. And
yeah.
I could see the advantages because children, when they're real little, it's not hard work to help them to believe. They seem to have a natural acceptance about the living God and all that He's made, which
Yeah.
I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But
And
I want this to win people into a place where they have security and joy in God.
yeah.
That
And,
would be,
and confidence in what the
Yeah.
Bible teaches about
yes.
creation and the flood.
Yes, true.
And, yeah, and I'm sure it will do that.
I
it'll
do
be-
congratulate you on the success
Well,
of your book.
Well, thank you.
I've
And
got the new creationism here somewhere.
Yes.
It's in the other room.
yeah, but I see, this book particularly, I see every bit as much it's your book as it is mine, because
Yeah.
this book really wouldn't be anything without the fabulous illustrations that you've done.
Yeah.
And I know people have sort of been bowled over by that, so that's really fantastic. I'm so glad we were able to work together on it, and I'm so glad that I've been able to come and catch up with you today.
So glad you've made the journey here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
grateful to you.
It's been great.
Yeah. But I mean, you never got upset with me or irritated if I was a bit slow, didn't understand everything. You were always, as you are now, even-tempered.
Yeah,
And that helped me through a lot
yeah,
because I was a bit scared, because I thought science and me, I
Yeah.
don't think we get on.
yeah. Well, you coped with it absolutely tremendously. And, like I say, although as scientists we're sort of wanting to get all of the details right, and sometimes you'd sort of push back on things, why do I need to illustrate it that way, and
How dare I?
but it was great, wasn't it? And we had a lovely sort of working relationship.
Yes,
We were able
yeah,
to sort
all
of
the time.
talk through things, and I was just so pleased with the results. I'm so pleased that the book is finally out. I'm so pleased that I've been able to come down and give you some copies.
Isn't it a wonderful celebration
It
now?
is. It is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that would be a great opportunity for people just to meet Jeanne, just to meet the lady who is behind these fabulous illustrations, and details of how to get the book we'll put in the description below this video. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.